Hello, this is me and my dog Jenny, and me having rest time when I read my books. Alright, so get my pillow to prop up my book. This is called This is the Way We Go to School, which is a song. So this is about how children go to school all around the world. This is the way we go to school. Go to school, go to school. This is the way we go to school so early in the morning. This is funny because, of course, we're going to school on the computer. 1 by 1 or 2 by 2, come along, it's fun to do. I bet a lot of people all over the world are going to school on the computer now. Ellen takes it nice and slow. Time to watch the flowers grow. So Ellen is walking to school through all these flowers. Liz and Larry, as a rule, wear their jogging shoes to school. But at 20 minutes past, roller skates are twice as fast. Look at that. You could roller skate to school if you were late. And the fastest way by far is by school bus or by car. Some people use a school bus. Some people use a car. Jenny, Jerry, Pete, and Perry ride the Staten Island ferry. Look at that. So they take a boat from Staten Island to Manhattan every day and then back home again. It's a really big boat that can have cars on it. See the big city? Manhattan. Cable cars take Jack and Jill up the hill and down the hill. There's up the hill and down the hill. So in San Francisco, there are big hills. They're not quite that big. And they have cable cars that pull them. Cable car is kind of like a train. Michael and his friend Miguel see the rooftops from the L. So the L is the elevated train that goes above the city of Chicago. The elevated train. Look at that, horse and buggy rides. It's plain start the day for Jake and Jane. They get a horse and buggy ride to school. And in Philly, Mitch and Molly go to school by trackless trolley. There's the trackless trolley. It has electrical wires that make the trolley go. It's like a bus with these electrical wires. Bianca, Beppo, and Benedetto ride aboard a Zaporetto. A Zaporetto is a kind of a boat. Zaporetto. Vaporetto. Sorry, I read that wrong. It has a V, not a Z. Vaporetto. Bundled up against the breeze, Niels and Solveig go on skis. You could ski to school. That would be fun. Palm trees help keep Ahmed cool on his sunny walk to school. So he walks through the desert. Do you see all those palm trees? Myra takes time out to play. School's a hop and skip away. So it's so close that she can play on the way to school. And watch Sepp and Heidi sail through the air from peak to vale. Look at this kind of vehicle. Zoop. Akinyi leaves for school by train far across the mountain chain. Look at that big train. Kay and Faye and Flo and Joe go to school by radio. Some people live so far away from town that they talk to their teacher on a radio. That's kind of like the computer, isn't it? Bicycles bring May and Ling through the traffic of Beijing. You can ride your bicycle to school, your backpack and your school bag. And beneath the dripping sky, Ram is riding high and dry. That's a double-decker bus. You see it has a top and a bottom. Double-decker bus. William comes ashore by boat, counting seagulls while afloat. Look, he has a little bitty boat. Carlos takes the town in stride. Oh, he's running. Luce prefers the countryside. Luce is walking. Carlos is running. And the famous metro line suits Igor and Iyana fine. So the metro is an underground train. So they're waiting to get on the metro. Go by copter, helicopter, or by skidoo. That's called a skidoo. Somewhere, sometimes, some kids do. So both the skidoo is for snow. There's the helicopter. You come too, we'll look for you. They're going to school. All right. This book needs tape. Tells where all the children are from. All the ways to go to school. All right, so this one is a funny book. It's called The Pear in the Pear Tree by Pamela Allen. Pear in the Pear Tree. When John and Jane went out walking, they were busy talking. Until, look, said John, look up there. I can see a juicy pear. The pear. They couldn't reach. They had to try. What will they do? It's up too high. They're trying. This is a funny book. They fetched a ladder. I'm ready, said Jane. You must hold it steady. So when you watch, he's not holding a ladder the right way. But just as Jane was reaching out, poor John let out a warning shout. Okay, the ladder should be on the ground and not on his leg. You're going to see what happens. Whoops. The ladder leaned and Jane screamed. Ow! She didn't feel safe. That doesn't look like a good idea. Now, clinging to the topmost rung, just like a metronome, she swung back and forth and back and forth. She keeps saying, ow, Ow! Ow! Soon, John was running very fast to keep Jane up. It didn't last. Oh no! Just like Jane, like a fishing lure was cast. So she's gonna swing on the end of the ladder, like from a fishing pole. Ow! There she goes. Splosh. That says splosh. Where do you think she landed? She landed in the splosh. There she is. Shows her going, splosh. A bird was sound asleep that day in a pond not far away when Jane came hurtling from the sky and landed splosh nearby. She splashed. And what happened to the bird? The startled bird got such a scare. She was shot up in the air, so she flew out of the water. She splashed out of the water. Jane splashed into the water. Jane was struggling in the water. Oh, someone's going to help her, though. John reached out his hand and caught her. Thank you, John. Huh, what a day. Now Jane was wet with dripping hair. But they still had to have the pear. Oh, they just couldn't give up on that pear. How will they ever reach up there? How will they ever get the pear? Boing! Who landed in the tree? Do you remember who that is? It's the same bird. The bird dropped from the sky and landed on the branch up high. Now what's going to happen? She landed plunk in quite a state and bent the branch with her great weight. She bent the branch. Although she landed heavily and bounced and rocked unsteadily, look what she's doing. The branch is going boing, 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 boing. It's better. Can you see? They're about to do what? John was able to reach the pear now that she was sitting there. The pear was fastened very tight. They pulled and pulled with all their might. Twang! Now what happened to the bird? They got the pear. What happened to the bird? The precious pear came free, and then the bird, as you can see, was catapulted from the tree. Boing! Back into the water. She landed slop back in the pond, safe and sound, where she belonged. Goodness, the bird had a weird day, too. John and Jane now ate the pear, one bite each. That was fair. They ate it up down to the core. That's all, said Jane. There is no more. There is no more. Good old pear. The pear in the pear tree. Isn't that silly? All right. those are your books for today. I'll see you next time.